We share the screen. Okay, so we will continue the class from where we left it. So we did till here. We developed the site. We brought the menus. We brought product images and the products. Now today we will see one important concept. When I click on this add to cart, I want the count to be increased here. This 15 has to be like it has to be 1. Initially we'll make it as 0. For that I will go into the menu component, declare a variable as total items in cart equal to 0. This is the initial variable, and this variable I will bind it to the HTML using double flower bracket. When I go there, 0 is displayed now. Next, when I click on this cart, I want to add the count here. So for that, I have to go to the shopping page, and this is the button. I will write a click function here. Click equal to add to cart click. Click equal to add to cart click. I will give in the PS, the function is returning void. I will first give an alert to see if the control is coming here. I am inside function. I go here. Okay, I'm inside function. The control is coming. Next, I will pass the item object also in this function click. So I will print the item name in the alert to ensure that the item is coming. Item object. I'm inside any item object. Item object dot item name. I will see if the click is showing me correctly. That is the problem. Unterminated inside. So now when I click orange, so orange is coming. When I click on orange, orange is coming. Apple, apple is coming. All these are coming. Now I need to increase the count here. For that, we have something called as event listeners. So what we do is from this page, from this page, when the button is clicked, I will be having a event listener. I will create an event listener here. So item click event listener and equal to new event listener of any. So I will go into the documentation. Event listener. I don't know. I have to go to angular.io. Angular.io. And here we will go to the event listener. Okay. So,
good evening, Rajesh.
Good evening. Finally, you were able to connect.
Yes, sorry, Rajesh. I was on another production call.
Yes, I understood that. And I called, it was a different call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have the listener. 1 second. My mission is okay. I'm back. No. Okay. So we have Ganesh, what I was going through today is yesterday we developed this much. So today, when we click on this button, I want to increase this count here. The 0 has to be increased.
Oh,
So we will be achieving that today. So for that, on click, I wrote a function. So in the HTML file, I wrote a click function and I'm writing an add to cart click function. I'm passing the item object. So here I have written that function. I've given an alert. It is coming inside the function. Now we
but
have the
but yesterday itself we are facing that home button not able to move to top
yes, that
or next
that
to cart. Yeah.
yes, that I will resolve later.
Oh, okay, okay.
It has to be in the right end. That I will resolve later. There is some CSS issue.
Oh, okay.
So to achieve this one, we will be going through a concept called as emitter. So if you go to the documentation event binding, the Angular has an event emitter. The event emitter is something like raising an alarm. When something is happening, we can raise an alarm and whoever wants to listen it can listen and can change it accordingly. So what we will do, we will write an output here as item click event item click item clicked. So that is the event and it would be new event emitter of, I'll keep as any. Now I have to import the output and also the new event emitter. So event emitter is inside event emitter is core, API core. So it will be Angular/core. I can import this from here and output also should be from Angular.core package. Yes. So we have created an emitter. Now when the button is clicked, I will have to call this emitter dot. Okay, 1 second. This emitter is going to have a function this dot emitter dot emit. So we call it this way. This dot the emitter name dot emit. There will be a function as emit, and you can pass value to the emit. In this case, I will be passing the entire object which was clicked, which was added to the cart. So now this being raised, let's see if the app works as usual. Okay, it is working as usual. I'll comment this alert. So now event is raised and it is being thrown out. It is being emitted. The alarm is raised. Now we have to capture this event. For capturing the event, we have to go to the parent component. Where is the shopping zone being imported? It is imported in app HTML. So here we have to we have to catch this event and we have to call our own function item click custom, passing the event. This is a syntax. So item clicked, I copied from the TS, the name, and on click, I am calling a custom function. So in app.html and app.ts, I will be writing a function with value. Let me see if it is coming here. Alert value. When I click here, it is coming. So I'll just print dot item name. Let me see. Item name. Yes. So in add is okay. Orange I clicked. Now strawberry I clicked. So these values are coming from the app component HTML. So the flow is from the shopping zone HTML. When the button is clicked, I call the function in shopping zone component. From the shopping zone component, I emit this out of the component. It is coming to the app component. In the app component, I receive that value in app component TS. So I receive that value. So in app component TS, I'll declare an array as total items in cart. I'll declare an array equal to this. Now I will push this value, whatever I am getting, this dot push of value. Value is the item actually. Item selected. So whatever was selected, I will be pushing it inside. Item selected. Okay. Now I know it is a. If you are struggling, just please bear with me. This is core concept. Once you understand, everything will be almost. You will get a hold of it. The only thing now pending is this. We have to pass it back. So if you see this page, three components are there. Correct. One is the menu component. Other is the shopping zone component, and third is the app component. These two components are embedded in the app component, right? So from the shopping zone component, we pass the value to the app component, and from the app component, we send it back to the menu component. So from the shopping zone TS, we send it back to the app component. We
Hello, sir.
receive. Yes.
சார் புரியல சார் எனக்கு சொல்றது. I cannot understand.
One second, I'll open up. நீங்க முன்னாடி வீடியோஸ் பாத்தீங்களா? Did you look at the previous? So you know what a component is? Component என்னன்னு தெரியும் இல்லையா?
இல்ல சார், டேட்டா இங்கேருந்து அங்கன்னு சொல்றீங்களா? அது புரியல சார்.
காம்போனன்ட் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா? காம்போனன்ட்டோட ஐடியாஸ் இருக்கா? காம்போனன்ட்னா என்னன்னு ஐடியா இருக்கா? ஏன்னா அது நான் இப்ப சொல்றேன், பட் காம்போனன்ட்னா பேசிக்கா உங்களுக்கு என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். ஸோ இன் திஸ் பேஜ், இந்த பேஜ்ல வந்து we have app component, the outer component. App தான் வந்து outer component. App component, we have the menu component at the top. Menu component மேல இருக்கு. அந்த மெனுக்கு கீழே வந்து we have a shopping zone component. இது மூணுமே மூணு different components இதுல. How are we telling a component? ஏன்னா it is having a TS file, it is having a HTML, இங்க at component போட்டிருக்கோம். So menu is a component. Shopping zone is a component.
Okay.
App is also a component. So app component,
Okay, sir.
we have imported menu and shopping zone. This is menu component.
Okay.
Shopping zone component. The menu component oda short form. எப்படின்னா there is a selector. இந்த name தான் அங்க import பண்றோம். This is we are giving in the app component listing. So this is a menu. So in the diagram we can relate. இதுவும் அதுவும் ஒண்ணுதான் இப்போ. This is a app component. This is a menu component. This is a shopping zone component. So இப்போ நம்மளுடைய aim வந்து when the value is, when a button is clicked here, when a button is clicked in this component, the badge is in this component. நம்ம டிஸ்ப்ளே பண்ண வேண்டிய badge வந்து வேற காம்போனன்ட்ல வச்சிருக்கோம்.
Okay.
காம்போனன்ட்ல வச்சிருக்கோம். ஏன்னா கோட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா the menu is having the badge. மெனுக்குள்ள தான் இருக்கு இந்த நமக்கு மேல டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகுற அந்த 1 2 this one
3 numbers.
This button is in shopping zone component.
Yes.
Shopping zone componentல பட்டன் இருக்கு. அப்போ when if you see this data travel, இந்த காம்போனன்ட்ல இருந்து இந்த காம்போனன்ட்க்கு போகணும். It has to travel from this component to this component. One way of going is அந்த பட்டன் கிளிக் ஆகிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு இந்த பேட்ஜுக்கு தெரியணும். அப்பதான் it can show as one cart has been, one item has been added to the cart அப்படின்னு தெரியணும்னா இதால இங்க இருந்து டைரக்டா இங்க போக முடியாது. So first way வந்து it has to come to the parent. இந்த பட்டனுக்கு parent யாரு? App component. So it will come here. From the app component it will send back to this component. ஏன்னா இதுக்கும் parent app தான்.
Okay.
Parent வந்து இந்த parentல இருந்து it will be sending back to that menu component. That is what we are trying to achieve. So in the first section, இந்த பட்டன்ல இருந்து பேரண்ட்டுக்கு கொண்டு வர்றது தான் வந்து I have given as an emitter.
Okay, sir, understanding.
What emit அப்படின்னு பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? இங்க இருந்து emit ஆகி it will go back to the parent. So
parent to the my god.
Yes, app component. In the parentல we are capturing it and now we have to send it back to the menu component. இங்க இருந்து so we are going to send it back to a menu component. இப்போ இந்த app componentல இருக்கு, we to send it to a menu component, app component HTML ல here we studied in day 2 how to send a parameter from parent to child. இந்த மாதிரி angle bracket கொடுத்து equal to this variable and இது வந்து அந்த child componentல in child in menu. If I give this way, இங்க app componentல இருக்கிற variable, this will be sent to the menu component. So in menu component I have to receive it. அப்போ menu component ஓட I have to go to the TS file. Here to receive a variable I have to give as input. இது day 2ல வந்து பார்த்தோம் input. இப்படி எடுத்துட்டு இப்படி போட்டோம்னா this will be an input. I have to import here. Now this will come into the menu component. இந்த menu componentல கரெக்டா வந்துடுச்சா அப்படின்னு செக் பண்ணா we will go to the we can okay, that's all. இந்த menu componentல வந்திருக்கிறத we will be giving, we can show it here. This yeah, yes, இப்படி கொடுத்தோம்னா we will see whether it is coming. It is not actually going. What is the problem? Okay, whether it is going to the app component. Here app component TS, we have the total items pushed console.log total items in cart. This got total items in cart. I go to console. Sorry, it is there. இங்க வந்து நம்ம click பண்ற items வந்து இங்க வருது. So now two items have come. If I click strawberry, 3 items have come. So app component HTML, it is coming up correctly. So from the app component HTML, it has to go into the menu component. So total items in the menu. Menu component HTML, menu component TS equal to, sorry, you will see. So one on that. When I click, because object on the print panel, if I click 2, it is coming. Can you see here? The data is, so we are achieving the data transfer from one component to another component, which is the very important concept in Angular. ஒரு காம்பனன்ட்ல இருந்து சம்பந்தமே இல்லாம there is a totally independent component. How do we pass the data from one component to another component? Ganesh?
Through event emitter.
Yes, through event. This is one technique. The other technique is very easiest technique, but I want to understand that complicated technique. So your brain is now tuned to this technique. So second is very easy technique. I'll show you that also. But you understand now, right?
Yes, yes, Rajesh. Yeah.
Arul, உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா?
புரியுது சார்.
Okay. So if you know this way, you can pass data from any component to any component in the page. Now this is a SPA. See here, I click here, no page refresh, but it is changing.
Yes.
I am not doing anything, but the values are automatically emitted through a JavaScript. This is one way. The other way is, one of the beautiful way in Angular is through subjects. We will go through that tomorrow. Subjects no concept. But if you have time, can you, I'll send you this code. Can you try it out? So from where you have to start is this add button, click. The add button I'm sending. Ganesh, can you try this?
Yeah, okay.
You can share your screen and start pasting these things. I'll help you out. So Arul also can listen and see this.
Okay, sir.
Jana, when did you join? I see Jana in mute.
I'm sorry, Rajesh. Just slept,
okay.
And in my mind is.
I understood. Yeah. Jana is very busy nowadays.
Busy means, Rajesh, right now I am in break with my college MBA. Yesterday I got one email to just to register the classes. I got 2 assignments and I have to complete the assignments by yesterday night. Just I wrote those assignments and slept. Usually those classes will be on weekends means just like at night times. But I don't know why they send the email. You have to register the classes. I'm in break up to 2 more months or 3 months is there. They sent email, but I have to give reply. It's
Oh, okay.
professor email, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I kept alarm, but slept.
No problem. Ganesh, I've given access?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to I'm trying to share my screen through system, so I'm just reconnecting Zoom through system. 1 minute.
Okay. So what we study today is the crux of the Angular. So passing data from child to parent we saw in day 2 or 3 itself, but from passing data from parent to child we saw in day 2 or 3, but from child to parent through an emitter is very important concept. Emitter and subject, if you know this, you are master in Angular. You can do wonders.
Okay.
Because 90% of uh, all the functionalities you work will be revolving around the emitters and the subject. You can do anything, whatever you want. You can pass data across components. You can show magics using emitters and subjects. If you really understand everything, you can show magic to the user. Oh my God, how are they doing this? They'll be wondering. Yes, I can see your screen. So the first step is in the button. Okay, where is that? Okay, super. So in that button, add to cart button, you have to give a click function. So we have to write a function. So I send that code.
The first code itself not receiving the result.
Button code. Add to cart. You have to replace it, replace at the add to cart in the shopping zone HTML.
Okay. Not yet received your chat.
Right. It is sent.
First of all, you have to copy Ganesh. Otherwise, you can't see when you're sharing the screen, the chart.
Oh, maybe you
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
can you see now?
Yes.
So that is the code for add to cart. Add to cart button in the shopping zone.
Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Yeah, paste it. It is a plain add to cart. I have added a click function now. So when we click, it is going to go to a JavaScript function or TypeScript function. So in the
Where we are adding this one, Rajesh?
this TS file, in the TS file, you have to add this function. This is a button in the page, add to cart. Under every image, we have a add to cart, right?
Yeah. That we saw regarding the
Yes.
add
Yes.
button. Okay.
Yes. So it was a plain button. We are adding a function now, click function. So that function will come here. So when I click that button, it is going to come here and I am going to emit. That is the emitter. I will send the emitter code. You placed it after the export class at the start of the class. So we are creating an emitter, new event emitter. The name itself says whenever an event is happening, it is going to emit. You place it at the start of the class, Ganesh. I have sent you the code in chat. No, after the export class, line number 9. Yes, please. Yeah. So this is an event and import it. Event emitter is from core. Oh no, add to cart is not import. That is a function.
Oh, okay.
Event emitter and output. Both those keywords you have to import from the core package. So what we are
One
doing,
also.
yes, output also and event emitter, yes. So what we are doing, we are creating an event object of event emitter, and we are telling that it is an output. For receiving, we said it is input. So it is output, and on click of the button, we are in line number 27. We are using that object and emitting the clicked value. Item object is the object which we clicked in the mat card. Orange or apple, strawberry, whatever it is, we click that entire object. What this object will have? It will have the item ID, item name, item type, item description, and image. Everything will be there. That complete line is one object.
Okay.
Yeah, we are emitting it. So this code is done. The child component has done its duty. It has raised alarm to the parent that there is a click happening, and this is what the user has clicked it. Now it is the parent's duty to capture that value and either do nothing or send it back to some other child who is expecting. So now in the app component HTML, in the app shopping zone, we are going to capture it. App component HTML. This file is done. You can close this file. You can go to the app component HTML. I have sent the code. So what we are doing, we are capturing that clicked. If you compare this code with app shopping zone TS code, this item clicked was the emitter name. No, shopping zone TS.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That is the emitter name. See there. So this emitter name only we have to use in the bracket and capture it. So the parent is now capturing whatever was emitted by the child, and the parent is passing to its own function called item clicked custom. So that is a function in app component TS. You have to place only once, Ganesh. 2 times you have pasted.
Rajesh, I have one question. We can use instead of the Sublinator Visual Studio Code, right?
Yes, you can.
But the execution is a little bit different, or
Which one?
the execution here. Just we are going to our my app folder in
No.
our local.
It is same.
Okay, gotcha. Because
Yes.
my question, Rajesh. Okay, after completing this one, just I will ask that one.
Okay. So now the parent is passing to its own function. After done, the parent has to pass it to the child, the menu child. So
Menu component.
yeah, so in the menu component, in the app component, you paste this code, app component HTML. In the top line number 1 is replaced like this. Yes. So you comment the line number 2 for now. Instead of 2, we wrote the app shopping zone. So if you see, the parent is passing the variable. The right side is parent variable, correct? Total items in the cart, right side.
Yeah.
Left side is the one in the app menu. The green color in the square bracket is the input variable. So now the app menu has to receive it. Now parent is passing it. In the menu component, we will receive it. So menu component TS, if you go and receive it, this line you place it in the menu component TS. You have to import the input. So major of the work is done. The input, the menu has received the total items. It has to display. So this code, you have to put it in the display part of the menu component HTML. No, menu component HTML. The badge equal to 15. Instead of that, equal to double quotes of the items in the cart. That is only change. That's all. Now, if you see, the flow will work perfectly. From the parent button click, it will come, no, from the shopping zone button click, it will come to app component. From the app component, it will be going to menu component, and menu component TS, it will come to menu component HTML and will be displayed. Okay. So that is about the event emitter. Now, since you have this menu, in the menu component, you have the array, right? You can use a for loop and iterate the array and show as a cart, my cart. You can also pass it to my cart. So we'll do it later, but the thing is you can iterate and you can do everything. Whatever you want, you can do. We have the data now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is about the event emitter. Tomorrow we will see about the subjects.
Okay.
Shortcut, another quick way.
Yeah, one thing, I will stop my screen.
Yes, please.
You can share your screen, and the emitter, again the workflow, you can explain one more time in your screen.
Okay. So the flow, how it works is, I have given here. So this is a shopping zone component.
Yeah.
Zone component HTML. When the button is clicked, it will be going to the shopping zone component TS file. In the TS, we will be emitting. We have an emitter. We emit and it comes back to the app component because that is the parent.
Yeah.
In the app component, 1 second, my battery is running low.
Oh, it's your battery. I thought it's my battery.
Okay. So from the app component TS, it would be sent as an input to the menu component.
Yes.
From the app component HTML or TS. From the TS, I mean, both are same. So from the app component, we are sending as an input to the menu component. In the menu component, we receive it and we display it. Okay, that is the flow. So it is not complex. It is very simple. You just have to understand one. You have to understand how the flow works. That's all. It is very easy actually. The one we will see tomorrow is very much easier. If you know that, you will not even go to this emitter. But you should know why emitter is there. That is the reason I taught you, because not every time we'll go in the like tomorrow's flow. 99% will go. You can go that, but there's no wrong. You can ignore emitter totally and go in that route. But few times, as I said, walking to the next, I mean, going to a next street is walking is easier than going by car. So if this is like walking to a next street, you should know when to walk. You should know when to take your car or bike.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yes, Jana, you had some questions?
Yeah, Rajesh, 1 second. Rajesh, here we are going to run the command prompt, right? You can see my screen, right?
I know I'm not. Wait, I'll stop sharing. Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Here we are going to our command prompt. We are just giving a ng serve. Okay.
Correct.
And how this one is mapped with our subline editor?
File open. Or SRC.
Here it is.